to start the prayers tonight with a prayer called the Tablet of Ahmad. So, this is a very significant prayer in the Baha'i revelation. It was actually one of the ways that Baha'u'llah proclaimed his message, his status as the one whom God would make manifest, who was prophesied by the Bab. And in it, he's addressing the Bab's followers. So I use this prayer when I need special help, or I need insight or guidance, or I have to make a decision. I depend on this prayer a lot. Here we go. He is the King, the all-knowing, the wise. Lo, the nightingale of paradise singeth upon the twigs of the tree of eternity, with holy and sweet melodies, proclaiming to the sincere ones the glad tidings of the nearness of God, calling the believers in the divine unity to the court of the presence of the generous one. Informing the severed ones of the message which hath been revealed by God the King, the glorious, the peerless, guiding the lovers to the seat of sanctity and to this resplendent beauty. Verily, this is that most great beauty, foretold in the books of the messengers, through whom truth shall be distinguished from error, and the wisdom of every command shall be tested. Verily, he is the tree of life, that bringeth forth the fruits of God, the exalted, the powerful, the great. O Ahmad, bear thou witness that verily he is God, and there is no God but him, the King, the protector, the incomparable, the omnipotent, and the one whom he hath sent forth by the name of Ali was the true one from God, to whose commands we are all conforming. Say, O people, be obedient to the ordinances of God, which have been enjoined in the Bayan by the glorious, the wise one. Verily, he is the King of the messengers, and his book is the mother book, did ye but know. Thus doth the nightingale utter his call unto you from this prison. He hath but to deliver this clear message. Whosoever desireth, let him turn aside from this counsel. And whosoever desireth, let him choose the path to his Lord. O people, if ye deny these verses, by what proof have ye believed in God? Produce it, O assemblage of false ones. Nay, by the one in whose hand is my soul, they are not and never shall be able to do this, even should they combine to assist one another. O Ahmad, forget not my bounties while I am absent. Remember my days during thy days, and my distress and banishment in this remote prison. And if thou art overtaken by affliction in my path, or degradation for my sake, be not thou troubled thereby. Rely upon God, thy God, and Lord of thy fathers, for the people are wandering in the paths of delusion, bereft of discernment to see God with their own eyes, or hear his melody with their own ears. Thus have we found them, as thou also dost witness. Thus have their superstitions become veils between them and their own hearts, and kept them from the path of God, the exalted, the great. Be thou assured in thyself that verily he who turns away from this beauty hath also turned away from the messengers of the past, and showeth pride towards God from all eternity to all eternity. Learn well this tablet, O Ahmad. Chant it during thy days, and withhold not thyself therefrom. For verily God hath ordained for the one who chants it the reward of 100 martyrs and a service in both worlds. These favors have we bestowed upon thee as a bounty on our part, and a mercy from our presence, that thou mayest be of those who are grateful. By God, should one who is in affliction or grief read this tablet with absolute sincerity, God will dispel his sadness, solve his difficulties, and remove his afflictions. Verily he is the merciful, the compassionate. Praise be to God, the Lord of all the worlds. Well, I see that some of my friends are watching, and that makes me really happy, because it's really special to share this with you. So if there's anything that you would like to hear, any prayers for anything in particular, type it in and I'll see it. I think I'll say this. I've been saying this prayer for America a lot. This is a prayer that was revealed by Abdul-Baha'i, and after he visited this country in 1912, he revealed this prayer for America. And he talks about he says this just government. And I think what he means is that our form of government allows for input from the people. And I think that's what he means by that. And also he says that we are worthy of the favors and mercy of God. And I think that what he's I don't know, it just seems to me like maybe he's wrote that because we have so many different kinds of people here. It's a real melting pot. I'm very tired, so please forgive me if I'm not making a whole lot of sense. Here's the prayer. O thou kind Lord, this gathering is turning to thee. These hearts are radiant with thy love. These minds and spirits are exhilarated by the message of thy glad tidings. O God, let this American democracy become glorious in spiritual degrees, even as it has aspired to material degrees, and render this just government victorious. Confirm this revered nation to upraise the standard of the oneness of humanity, to promulgate the most great peace, to become thereby most glorious and praiseworthy among all the nations of the world. O God, this American nation is worthy of thy favors and is deserving of thy mercy. Make it precious and near to thee, for thy bounty and bestowal. I'm going to have to fix my phone because the battery's running out. Unfortunately, it has to be plugged in from the bottom, which makes it really hard because I used to be able to, oops, sorry about that. Yeah, I don't know how well this is going to work. We'll see. I may have to just hold it, which is going to be hard to hold it and read the prayer at the same time. But I used to be able to turn it over. I used to be able to turn over the phone, but the last time I did it, I hadn't done it for a while, and the last time I did it, my picture came out on Facebook turned over. So, I don't know how this is going to work. We'll have to see. By the way, it's great if you want to say hi, because even though a few of you are showing up here, I'm seeing a few names, but not everybody. So let's find another prayer. Next time I'll have to make sure my phone's charged up. Oh. Here's one. Oh, yeah. This one I kind of know by heart. We'll see. It's really late, so we'll see how it goes. Hi, Fran. This is who I can see. I see Fran and Dagan and Jeff and Mary Lou and Craig and Tao. Thanks a lot for tuning in. It's really nice. Okay, here we go. He is the prayer hearing, prayer answering God. By thy glory, O beloved one, thou giver of light to the world. The flames of separation have consumed me, and my waywardness hath melted my heart within me. I ask of thee by thy most great name, O thou the desire of the world and the well-beloved of mankind, to grant that the breeze of thine inspiration may sustain my soul, that thy wondrous voice may reach my ear, that my eyes may behold thy signs and thy light as revealed in the manifestations of thy names and thine attributes, O thou within whose grasp are all things. Thou seest, O Lord my God, the tears of thy favored ones shed because of their separation from thee, and the fears of thy devoted ones in their remoteness from thy holy court. By thy glory, by thy power that swayeth all things visible and invisible, it behooveth thy loved ones to shed tears of blood for that which hath befallen the faithful at the hands of the wicked and the oppressors on the earth. Thou beholdest, O my God, how the ungodly have compassed thy cities and thy realms. I ask thee by thy messengers and thy chosen ones, and by him whereby the standard of thy divine unity hath been implanted amidst men, to shield them by thy bounty. Thou art verily the most gracious, the all-bountiful, And again I ask thee by the sweet showers of thy grace and the billows of the ocean of thy favor, to ordain for thy saints that which shall solace their eyes and gladden their hearts. Lord, thou seest him that kneeleth, yearning to arise and serve thee. The dead, calling for eternal life from the hands of thy favor. The stranger, longing for his home of glory beneath the canopy of thy grace. The seeker, hastening by thy mercy unto thy door of bounty. The sinful, turning to the ocean of thy forgiveness and pardon. By thy sovereignty, O thou who art glorified in the hearts of men, I have turned unto thee, forsaking my own will and pleasure, that thy holy will and pleasure may rule within me and direct me according to that which the pen of thine eternal decree hath destined for me. This servant, O Lord, though helpless, turneth to the orb of thy power. Though abased, hasteneth to the dayspring of glory. Though needy, craveth the ocean of thy grace. I ask thee by thy favor and bounty, cast him not away. Thou art verily the Almighty, the Pardoner, the Compassionate. If anybody would like to hear a prayer for anything in particular, tell me, type it in, and I'll try to do it. Here's a prayer that I set to music a while back. It goes like this. I beseech thee, O my God, by all the transcendent glory of thy name, to clothe thy loved ones in the robe of justice and illumine their beings with the light of trustworthiness. I beseech thee, O my God, by all the transcendent glory of thy name, to clothe thy loved ones in the robe of justice and illumine their beings with the light of trustworthiness. I beseech thee, O my God, by all the transcendent glory of thy name, to clothe thy loved ones in the robe of justice and illumine their beings with the light of trustworthiness. Let me find another prayer. One-handed, because I have to hold my phone up so it doesn't fall. Here's a prayer by Abdu'l-Baha. Abdu'l-Baha was the son of Baha'u'llah, and Baha'u'llah was the prophet founder of the Baha'i faith. O my Lord, this is a lamp lighted by the fire of thy love, and ablaze with the flame which is ignited in the tree of thy mercy. O my Lord, increase his enkindlement, heat and flame, with the fire which is kindled in the Sinai of thy manifestation. Verily thou art the confirmer, the assister, the powerful, the generous, the loving. So when it says, increase his enkindlement, heat and flame, with the fire which is kindled in the Sinai of thy manifestation. So I think what he's saying there is, cause the fire of the love of God which burns in the heart of the divine messenger of God to ignite a flame in our hearts. And by divine messenger of God, we're talking about the founders of the world's religions who have come to every people and nation to guide and teach at different times in history. And of course, Baha'is believe that the most recent manifestation of God was Baha'u'llah, who lived in the 1800s and in Persia and was banished 4 times farther and farther away from his homeland, and imprisoned for 40 years and persecuted. And it is his teachings that we Baha'is follow. Let's see, there was something else I was going to do here. If you'll just bear with me with all this movement here. Oh yes, I was going to read a passage or two from this book. The source of all good is trust in God, submission unto his command, and contentment with his holy will and pleasure. The essence of religion is to testify unto that which the Lord hath revealed, and follow that which he hath ordained in his mighty book. One more. True reliance is for the servant to pursue his profession and calling in this world, to hold fast unto the Lord, to seek not but his grace, inasmuch as in his hands is the destiny of all his servants. So I'm beginning to fade here, so I'm going to chant one more short prayer. It's a prayer for healing. Thy name is my healing, O my God, and remembrance of thee is my remedy. Nearness to thee is my hope, and love for thee is my companion. Thy mercy to me is my healing and my succor in this world. And the world to come. Thou verily art the all-bountiful, the all-knowing, the all-wise. Thank you very much for joining me this evening. See you again soon, I hope. See you again soon, I hope.